Sorry, we're recording? Yeah. So, hi everyone. So, I'm Mel and I run Busy Kids, and this is my son Lucas. And behind the camera I've got Sophia, who is my daughter. She's waving. We are going to do a Facebook Live video. We're all at home. We are not quarantined or particularly self-isolated out of necessity. Nobody's got any symptoms, but we're just here, and there's not enough teachers at school basically. So we thought we'd do some little activities. So we're going to start off by doing a little bit of information about some different countries. So if you are on live, you can post your post your answers to each of these. And we're just going to put the video up so I can see if anybody is going to go on. No, I can't figure out how to do this, but we'll figure it out. Let me go on to it. Anyway, so what we'll do is, if you want to post any answers, I think Sophia will be able to read it from the camera that we've got. Oh, look, I've found us. Right, there we go. So, not quarantined or let's turn that down. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, we've got some little flags in front of us and we are going to hold them up. Well, Lucas is going to pick one and hold it up, and then we're going to get you to guess what the country is. So which one are you going to do first? Which one of those do you like?
Greece.
No, you're not supposed to say. Forget that one now. Don't say what the country is. Pick a different one and just hold it up. Which one? That one. Hold it up. Right, so hold it up clearly. You go around there so you can see if you can see it. Is he holding it up so everybody can see? Yep, so have a guess. Can you guess what flag this is? So it's red and white stripes and it's got lots of stars on it.
I can guess that.
So what? No, you're not supposed to guess. So what flag is it that you can see? So we'll count down from 5 and then we'll tell them the answer. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What country is it?
America.
That's it. So we've got some little facts about America. So we're going to ask you again, and we'll give you a few seconds to answer. You can either post your comments live on the video, or if you prefer, you can just write them down or just have a guess with your mum or your dad or whoever's at home. So does anybody know what the currency is in America? So we use British coins and notes here. What do the Americans use? Do you know what the Americans use? Do you know that one?
Dollar.
Dollars. So they use dollars as their currency. And do you know, well, this isn't on here, do you know who the president is at the minute in America?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, that's right. I think everybody knows that one. And does anybody know where Donald Trump lives and works? Don't say it just yet. Give him a few seconds.
I don't know.
You give me your answers.
Is it on there?
It's on here. I'm hiding it from you.
I've not seen it.
So Donald Trump lives and works in the White House. That's where he works. So in America, it works slightly different to the UK. So in America, they have different time zones. So do you know sometimes when you fly on holiday to Spain or Greece or anywhere like that, you have to change your clock, don't you, by maybe an hour or two. So in America, because America is so big, they have different time zones just in their own country, depending on where they are in America. So they've got 6 different time zones. So if you travel from one part of America to another part, you might actually have to change your clock. So the flag has got all those stars on for a reason. Do you know what the reason is for all those stars on the American flag?
How many even is there?
There are 50, I believe. So Sophia's nodding that she knows. She knows why there's that many. So there are 50 stars on the flag and they represent all 50 states. So there are 50 states that make up America. So in England we've got different cities and towns and things. Our cities make up our country, and in America they have states and they're a lot bigger and they've got 50 of them. Do you know what the largest state in America is? And people might not actually guess this because it's not one that would spring to mind. Do you know without looking?
I forgot what it's called.
Right, so the largest state in America is Alaska. Sophia thought she knew that, and then she's just gone, no, she didn't know that. And this is just a little fact as well, is that over 327 million people live in America. That was as at 2018. So it may be more, it may be less slightly. But yeah, 327 million. And Sophia's just going... Okay, so that's America. So what flag do we want next? And don't say the name of the country. What do we like? That one. Hold that one up then. So this is quite a plain flag. It's quite simple. We've just got a white flag with a red dot. So we'll just give them a few seconds. Have a think about what that might be. Hold it this way. So what do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Japan.
Japan, that's right. I hope some of you got that right. If you're watching this at a later time, so you're not watching it live, then just make a note of your answers as we go along, and then you can keep checking if you're right as we work through it. So, where's the Japan? Right, so in Japan, what you might not know about Japan, which is a good fact, and I actually didn't know this until I started to do all the information for this, is that Japan is made up, do you know what that number is?
6,852.
Islands. So 6,852 islands that make Japan. So that's a lot of islands. You could go island hopping for a long time. So do you know what is the capital city of Japan?
Tokyo?
That's correct. So Tokyo, which is quite a well-known area of Japan,
And
is the capital
Olympics.
city. Yeah, the 2020 Olympics should be there if they go ahead. So, don't answer this just yet. Give them a chance to answer. Do you know what the official language is in Japan? So give them a minute. If you're watching this later, then write your answers down. See if you know what their language is. What language do they speak in Japan? Do you know what it is? Japanese. They've got their own language. It's Japanese. So I know that Lucas and Sophia will know the answer to this one because they really like this. Can you name a famous cuisine that comes from Japan?
A famous food?
A famous food, a type of food. Wait, let's see if people can write theirs down.
Oh, I forgot the names. We used to have them up there, didn't we?
No, not sweets. Made with rice and they're rolled up. And they have vegetables or raw fish in them. Sophia, do you know? What? Give us a shout. What is it?
Sushi.
That's it, sushi. So that sushi came from Japan. And it's still very, obviously they're very popular. And these two love that. How many of you like sushi? I love it. So, and there is a national sport. There's a sport that is recognised in Japan that we don't really have, as far as I know, anywhere else. Do you know what the national sport of Japan is?
I do.
Wait. Have a write down if you're reading this later, if you're watching this later, see if you can get this right. And it is?
Sumo wrestling.
That's right, and we've got, can you see that? Is that in?
2 Chungus.
Yes, that is what it looks like, sumo wrestlers.
2
So that's a Japanese type of wrestling. Right then, Lucas, what we're going to do next? Which one? That one. Go on then, hold that up. Right, can you hold it right there? Right, we'll give you a few seconds. I want to know what flag this is. What country does this belong to? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spain.
That's it, Spain. So we've got a few facts about Spain for you. So, what do you know what the Spanish call Spain? What the Spanish name for Spain is?
España.
España, yeah. So you might see when you go to Spain on holiday, you might see España wrote down. That means Spain.
I said Español.
España.
That's the football team in Spain.
So in Spain, like in America, they've got dollars. In Spain, they've got a different currency. So they don't use British pounds because that's just ours.
I know it is.
But the currency they use is used in quite a few countries. So do you know what the currency is in Spain? Give them a minute. So the currency, if you were to go on holiday, what is the currency in Spain?
Euros.
It's the euros.
We've also been there recently.
Yeah, we went last year to Spain and we used euros. No, we went to Greece last year, went to Spain the year before, and we used euros. So there is, and Spain has got their own national animal as well. Quite a few countries do this. They'll have a national animal. So have a little guess about what the national animal is in Spain. Have a think. Write it down if you've got pen and
I know.
paper.
Can I say it?
No, it's not a lion. Sophia's just guessing a lion. It is. Can you see that on the camera?
A bull.
It's a bull. So obviously you see often in Spain you associate bullfighting with Spain. So
I could just hear
that's the
Sophia
bull.
going, oh yeah.
So do you know what, and don't say this, the capital city of Spain is? Don't say it just yet.
I just remember because of the football
You
team.
might not know this, but it is actually Madrid. So Madrid is the capital
Madrid.
city. And
I always know because of Real Madrid.
this last fact, I'll not get you to guess this because this is a difficult one, but when you go to Spain, if you ever visit Barcelona, there's a place called Sagrada Familia, and it's a church, and it's actually been built for over 130 years, and they are still building it now. So they started 130 years ago, and they continue to build it. Every year they're continuing to build it, and it is amazing. If you ever go to Barcelona and you go and see it, it's got lots of detail on it. It is amazing. I think they're going to finish it in so not too long in the future, but you can still go inside and have a look round, and you can look at the outside.
I'll go and go.
So right, somebody's knocking at the door. So that's our Spanish one. So which one are we going to do next? Which one are we going to do next? Stop looking at that, look at this. What we're going to do? We're going to do this one. So we're going to hold this flag up. So do you know what this flag is? Have a look. Sorry about that, we had a knock on the door. So have a look at that. Can they see this on the camera, Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put them down. So which flag is this? So we'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Greece!
Greece. We love Greece, don't we? We were on holiday
We went
in Greece
there this year.
last year.
Last year.
So we were in Greece last year and really enjoyed it. We love Greece. I love Greek food. So, what is the capital of Greece? So, the capital city of Greece, do you know what that is?
Can I just say something about it? Do you know Miss Hudson? Do you know Miss Hudson?
Your teacher?
Yeah, our secondary teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She has a Greek person coming over to her house from this place.
Alright, let's not tell everybody what your teachers are doing though. So the capital of Greece is Athens. So I hope some of you got that right. So the national sport of Greece as well is the surprising one. It's football. Lucas'
My
favourite
sport.
So 80% of Greece is actually made up of mountains. So there's loads and loads of mountains in Greece. So often when you go on holiday, if you look out in the distance, you can see mountains from a lot of resorts.
And there is some volcanoes.
There is, yeah. And this is quite a fun fact. So most countries, I think, have national anthems, which is a song that you sing. Like we've got our national anthem that we sing when the Queen's on and things like that. So the Greek national anthem contains 158 verses. Can you imagine how long that is? If you started that at the beginning of a football match or something, you'd be singing forever. And then you might have heard of this at school. You might have done Greek myths. So there are lots and lots of Greek myths. It's really interesting. It's something that most children study at school. So there is one that's quite famous, and that's about Cyclops. And a Cyclops is one that's got just one eye in the middle of his head, and it's a Greek myth.
We
have
a
really
picture of it in our school.
Okay.
In our class.
Yeah. Right, are you going to stop now with Sophia so she can do some flags? Yeah, go on then. You want to come and join me and hold some flags up with me?
Sure. Yeah.
Come on then. Right, you can go and watch the camera then. Right, so Sophia's now here. Sophia's gonna her year and the year above her is being closed off school. So do you want to pick the next flag that we're gonna do? This one, right? So you hold it up. You make sure that it's on camera. Yep. So which flag is this? See if you know. Does it look familiar?
What was that beep?
So this flag is
Italy.
Italy. So a lot of people might have been to Italy. It's not too far from us. It's not too far from us, and we've got a couple of facts. So, if you were to look on a world map, do you know what shape Italy is? So we've got lots of different shapes of different countries. Lucas is putting his hand up. He's eager to answer. 1 minute. Does anybody else know? Right, Lucas, what shape is Italy?
The shape of a boot?
It is. It's the shape of a boot. It actually comes down
and
it looks like the foot of a boot with
We're doing about Rome in our class, and Rome is in Italy.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff about my school.
Okay, so in Italy, do you want to read this one? What do Italians do?
Italians drive on the right-hand side of the road.
Yeah, so if you go to Italy with your mum or dad or your family, make sure you drive on the other side of the road if you drive in a car, because otherwise you might have a crash. So we drive on the left and they drive on the right. So Italy is also home to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So we've got this. Is that on, Lucas?
Yep.
You see that? That looks a very wonky building there. So Leaning Tower of Pisa was actually built on soil that was unstable. It had not got very good foundations, so the soil actually it gave way a little bit and it started to make the building lean, and that's why it's the Leaning Tower. It's safe now and it's a big tourist attraction. I think a lot of people go there and they do this in the background to make funny pictures. And the last fact that we've got is the last one.
Italy is the 5th most popular tourist destination in the world.
Yes, that might be because they have the nicest pasta and pizzas. That's why I'd want to go, and all their food is delicious. They're well known for all their pastries and pastas and all sorts, so Italy does really nice food. Right, do you want to pick the next one?
Who? What?
You pick the next one. Wake up. I know you're not at school, but come on. This one. You want to hold that one up? So, is that right? Right, which flag is this? Have a guess. Should we do a countdown? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
Say it.
Germany.
She had to double check then. So this is Germany. This is Germany's flag. So, interesting fact that I found out, which I didn't actually know, is that 1/3 of Germany is covered in forests and woodland, which is great, obviously, for the environment. They've got loads of forests, loads of woodlands, loads of trees. So that I found that really interesting. Something that I didn't know is, have a little guess now how many castles you think that they have in Germany. So we'll do a little countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many castles, Sophia?
Over 2,100.
There are over 2,100 castles. So if ever you want to visit a castle, Germany is a very good place to go. So another population fact about Germany is that it has over 81 million people living there. So even though 1/3 of it's covered in forests and woodlands, there's still plenty of places for people to live. Okay? And one thing that you may or may not know, depending on if you know much about cars, is that it is the world's largest car producer. So they make the most cars out of the whole world. So that's quite interesting. So a lot of our cars that we have in England come from Germany. So we've got 2 left. Which one are we going to do next, Sophia?
This one.
This one. So hold that one up. I'm hoping that most of you watching it will know this, but please have a guess. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
United Kingdom.
She's nervous about getting it wrong in front of everybody, I think.
Yeah.
So, an interesting thing, I'll just hold this up, is how the flag was made. Can you see that? Yep. So, you can see that it was made up of different flags from different areas of the UK. Yep. So, I thought that was quite a good little picture to show you.
I don't know what that one is.
So, the United Kingdom is made up of 4 different countries. So, we've got
England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales.
Yep, so we're all together in our United Kingdom. England have got their own flag, which is just a red cross on a white background. Scotland have got their own flag, and these are all the flags that came together to make one for the United Kingdom. There are about 63 million people living in the United Kingdom. So that's a lot.
Including us.
Including us 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Me too.
Let's do the last one.
Hello. Coughing to your elbow. Coronavirus. London is the UK's capital.
So,
I already know
capital of
that.
the United Kingdom is down south, and it's London, which has been on the news a lot, so you might have heard of London. So that is our United Kingdom facts. I think you'll probably know quite a lot about the United Kingdom, so I didn't do too many facts about them. And our last flag. After the flags, we're going to go on and do a science experiment. Is it on the thing? Yep. So this is quite an interesting one. Move forward a bit. So, yeah. There you go. So this has actually got something familiar up here, but do you know which country this belongs to? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where is it, Sophia?
Australia.
Australia, yep. So Australia, people say down under, so it's at the opposite side of the world from us. It is the 6th largest country in the world. So Australia is massive, but it's actually, for such a big country, its population doesn't match its size because there are a lot of just open spaces. So in Australia, there are over 200 different languages and dialects spoken. So in England, you'll find a lot of people speak English. But in Australia, you do, obviously people speak English with Australian accents, obviously. But there are over 200 different languages spoken in the country. And do you want to read that one? So this is a good one for all the women and the girls out there.
Australia was the 2nd country in the world to allow women to vote. And New Zealand was the 1st.
Yep, so years and years and years ago, you might know this, that women were not allowed to vote. Boo. So we are, and we won the right to vote. And New Zealand was the first country to say, yep, women can vote. And then Australia was the 2nd country to take that up. So good on New Zealand and Australia. It should have happened a lot sooner. So they're all our facts now. So yeah, Lucas is going to come round now, and we're going to do the science experiment. So
Hello.
you stand there. Yep.
You're just gonna
So
stand.
we're going to make, and this is something that I'm hoping that we can actually, I'm hoping that you can actually do this at home. So if you are stuck at home, what you need is a glass, you need some cooking oil, just vegetable oil, anything that your mum's got, but just please check that your parents are okay. Need a little bit of water, bit of food colouring, and then we've got Alka-Seltzer. I bought this just for this, but if you've got any kind of anything that dissolves, any effervescent tablet, so ask your parents or your carers, make sure that you're not handling any medicines, so you need adult supervision when you're doing this. But these are Alka-Seltzers, okay? So first what we're going to do, well, Sophia can do this, is she's going to pour oil into this glass.
Okay, I don't know how much we need.
Okay, if you go up to about there.
Slippy.
I'm hoping this is going to work.
So,
We did this once, but it was a long time ago.
looks like tea.
Why is it making that sound? Just dripping. Okay, that should be enough. Otherwise I'm going to have none left for cooking. Right, put that out of the way. Okay, so how this works, we're making a lava lamp, so what happens is the oil doesn't mix with water. Water and oil stay separated. So this is going to work based on the fact that these two liquids don't mix. So Lucas,
Yes.
you want to come round here? You want to pop a bit of this food colouring into that water.
How much?
Just a bit, just so that the colour goes, not too much.
Oh, that's
it.
a lot.
That's fine. So we've put a bit of food colouring, or a lot of food colouring, into this. So I'll just stir this round. There we go. So this is the water. It doesn't matter. This is the coloured water. So we're going to pour this gently in. And as you'll see, can you see that? It doesn't mix. It's going into bubbles. Can you all see?
Whoa, that's cool.
Right, just go around and check the camera so I can hold it up. Is that on? So as you can see, when you pour it, you see it's just not mixing. and it's all bubbles. So now what we're going to do, this should be the fun bit, I'm hoping. I'm going to take one of the effervescent tablets and we're going to pop them open. I don't know how many we're going to need, so we've got 2 in this packet. So we'll take, let's see, we'll take a little bit. So you take that piece, you take that piece.
Need it.
Oh, that forward. Right, pop it in and see what happens.
I don't really.
Yeah, you lean in. That's
That
it.
one has
After
writing
3, pop it in. 1, 2, 3. And yours, Lucas. Right, now go around and check so I can hold the camera up. So what you'll see, is that right in the camera? Is that we've made a lava lamp.
Whoa!
Can you see that? So the effervescent tablets are making it all bubble up.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, can you see
Even
it?
on camera, it looks really cool.
Yeah. And it
Looks
gets
like it's got a
fizzier and
Smurf
fizzier. So once the tablets have dissolved, that'll stop. But you can always put more in because the liquid, the water and the oil won't ever mix. So you can keep using it over and over again. So that is our lava lamp experiment. I think that looks pretty cool.
Whoa.
You can use different colours. You could do different coloured water. So you could do, yeah, you can come round. So you could do some blue water. You could mix it all up and try it with different things. If you do try this experiment while you're at home, please post us a video on Busy Kids, and that'd be great. So that's all we're gonna do today. So we would.
With the lava lamp, I think some people use frozen grapes instead.
Oh right, so they bobble around inside.
Yeah.
Oh right, that's a good tip. So you could always use frozen grapes, and then they'll bop up and down instead of it being
Just
the,
so you
the
know,
liquid.
the thingies that we put in are just right here. You can't see it on camera.
Yeah, they're floating about, aren't they? So that's it for today. So we'll be back tomorrow with another Facebook Live video. Not quite sure. No, not quite sure what we're gonna do. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. So tune in tomorrow about 11 o'clock and we'll be back with more.
Why did he eat a
Go and
frog?
Go and turn off. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.